when I was growing up, it was one of those, would I ever get married? Because who would want to marry a dwarf or, you know, fall in love with somebody like myself?
My usual type would be a tall guy. I don't think you can choose who you fall in love with.
There are lots and lots of types of dwarfisms, over 200 types of dwarfism, or conditions, if you like. And I have one of the rarest ones, which is called diastrophic dysplasia. Obviously, being 3'7", it's tricky sometimes, but I can do everything that you can do, just in a different way. Obviously, because we look a little bit different, we're shorter and we have different hands. You know, I've hit what we call hitchhiker thumbs and, you know, short, stubby fingers. My little chipolatas, as I like to call them. And then I have club feet as well, so my feet are a bit different. So they're probably the most noticeable, apart from my height, differences. I'm really thankful that I have a car as well. I have a specially adapted car. So my pedals are raised in the car, so I can drive the car and drive for miles, which I really enjoy. There's all sorts of things that I can just twiddle up and get on with it, to be honest.
So it took about 8 months for us to go official since our first date. Honestly, I did have fears about how people would react.
Sarah, Chloe's mum, who had a little bit more of a reservation because she was not sure about, this is different, because Chloe'd always dated and been with, you know, taller guys. And I think the reservations were more along the lines of, how's my health? What happens if you have a child with dwarfism, etc. So they're all understandable. And now, as we are, 5 years married, 2-year-old, living life, living the dream.
I always knew I wanted a big wedding with lots of people, all my friends and family, and I think Jay was the same. So we got married in the church that my sister got married in, so we kind of carried on the tradition. Yeah, lots of people, a big celebration, exactly what I wanted.
Just having Olivia has taught us so much, and having children just changes your life, doesn't it? And it's brilliant.
I definitely think there's someone out there for everyone, perhaps not who you would imagine. Our love story has taught us and taught others that you can't judge a book by its cover, and just to love the person no matter who they are, really.
There came to a point where I had to say to myself that dwarfism doesn't own me, I own the dwarfism. I just wanted to be the same as everybody else and just live my life in a big way in a little body.
I mean, I like to think, maybe I could be wrong, but like I look semi-normal, like, you know, as I'm walking down the street. It's not until I go, like, some of my friends were like, what? I had no idea it was that big. I've definitely always known I've had a big mouth. Let's go. Obviously, since basically I could look in the mirror, I've known that my mouth was extremely large. And of course I was made fun of too. I always talk a lot about how I was bullied growing up, called big mouth bass girl, because I look like a big mouth bass. Now, you know, 31 years later, being 31 and being able to do something that really was something I was so insecure about and something that I wanted to keep so small, and now it's like one of the biggest, best things about me. Fun fact, I can also eat 2 cheeseburgers at once. Let's go. So I was like, I don't know if I want to get on TikTok. Am I too old to do this? And I'm like, well, because it's like the one thing that I have right now that I can do to keep me busy and keep me creative. But I was doing some singing, some of my comedy stuff. And I did one comedy video where I like, you know, did this crazy face.
You know, I do sometimes, but I've learned to just let my mouth shine in the sun.
And the children of TikTok were like, what happened to your face? And of course I'm like, I know I have a big mouth, but like I didn't think that it was like that big. But it was like the children of America of TikTok that were really like, no, your mouth is like scarily big. It's like, awesome. Of course, there were requests where people were like, if you have a big mouth, how do you eat? And that was like the infamous donut video. So I'm like almost at 1.7 million followers on TikTok. My mouth has like set me apart like of the other millions of comedians and singers and all these other creators. I never thought this, you know, it would be possible to like be this famous off my mouth, but it's incredible. It's really, really cool.
Today, I am attempting the Guinness World Record title for largest mouth gape for a female. That's a mouthful.
I mean, for me, getting the Guinness World Records title, it's finally almost being able to show, you know, some of the bullies or people who have doubted me or tormented that like, hey, I have a big mouth, but at least I have the biggest one in the world for a female. And it's just, it's amazing. It's really cool to be known for something that is something so unique and, you know, different about me.
That's a white girl.
So if I had advice for anyone who had a large body part or had something really unique, that they wanted to go for the Guinness World Records title, I would say, do it proud. And, you know, it's like, you know, I would say make it your biggest asset, like make it it's your superpower. It's the thing that makes you unique and special and different than everyone else walking. There's too many people that are too similar, and I think everyone should be celebrating what makes them different and what makes them unique.
जब मैं पैदा हुआ था तब मेरे हाथ पैर बहुत छोटे थे और डॉक्टर ने ये कहा था कि आप कुछ काम नहीं कर पाओगे, चल नहीं पाओगे। अगर किधर जाना होगा तो आपको किसी के सहारा लेके जाना होगा और आप एक जगह से दूसरी जगह उठ भी नहीं पाओगे, आप अपना हाथ भी नहीं हिला पाओगे। ये सब चीज़ें डॉक्टर ने मेरे पेरेंट्स को बोली थी। मेरे मामा को देख के मैंने वर्कआउट स्टार्ट किया और मैं वर्कआउट जो करता गया और मेरे को बहुत से फ्रेंड्स और जो बहुत से गांव में के लोग वगैरह ये बोल रहे थे कि आप कुछ कर नहीं पाओगे, आप कुछ कर नहीं सकते। तो मैंने मन में एक जिद ठान ली कि मेरे को दुनिया को कुछ करके दिखाना है और ये चीज़ मन में ठान के मैंने वर्कआउट में और इंटरेस्ट दिखाया और बॉडी बिल्डिंग में मैंने वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड बनाने का ठान लिया। जब मैंने बॉडी बिल्डिंग को स्टार्ट किया था तो फैमिली को ये नई चीज़ लग रही थी, बॉडी बिल्डिंग के बारे में कुछ भी पता नहीं था। तब मेरे फैमिली जो है, मैंने जब बॉडी बिल्डिंग स्टार्ट किया था तब मेरे फैमिली मेरे को विरोध कर रही थी, मना कर रही थी बॉडी बिल्डिंग करने के लिए। लेकिन जैसे मैं बॉडी बिल्डिंग में आगे बढ़ता गया, अभी मेरी फैमिली मेरे को सपोर्ट करती है। मैं मॉर्निंग में 30 मिनट रनिंग करता हूँ, इवनिंग में 2 घंटा वर्कआउट करता हूँ। वर्कआउट में मेरे अलग अलग बॉडी पार्ट रहते हैं, जैसे कि एक दिन में चेस्ट और ट्राइसेप, दूसरे दिन में बाइसेप्स और बैक, तीसरे दिन शोल्डर। इस तरह से मेरा अलग दिन का वर्कआउट होता है और मैं हफ्ते में 2 बार कार्डियो करता हूँ 30 मिनट के लिए। ये मेरा दिन का रूटीन है। जब मैं कंपटीशन के लिए जाता हूँ तो वहाँ पे और भी दूसरे बॉडी बिल्डर रहते हैं और वो मेरे को देख के शॉक हो जाते हैं। उनको यकीन नहीं होता कि मेरे हाइट इतनी कम होने पर भी मैं बॉडी बिल्डिंग कर रहा हूँ। मैंने बहुत से कंपटीशन में हिस्सा लिया है, डिस्ट्रिक्ट, स्टेट, नेशनल, और टोटल मिला के 42 से भी ज़्यादा बॉडी बिल्डिंग कंपटीशन में मैंने हिस्सा लिया हुआ है और मेरा सपना है कि मैं मिस्टर वर्ल्ड बॉडी बिल्डिंग कंपटीशन खेलूँ। ये मैसेज मैं उन लोगों को देना चाहता हूँ जिनकी हाइट कम है और जो लोग मेरे जैसे हैं। भले ही हमारे हाइट कम हो लेकिन हमारे ख्वाब बड़े होने चाहिए। दुनिया में ऐसी कौन सी भी चीज़ नहीं है जो इम्पॉसिबल है। अगर हम अच्छे से मेहनत करते हैं तो इम्पॉसिबल को पॉसिबल बना सकते हैं। मेरा एक ख्वाब था कि मेरा गिनीज वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड में नाम आ जाए और वर्ल्ड शॉर्टेज कॉम्पिटिटिव बॉडी बिल्डर ये रिकॉर्ड मेरे नाम बन जाए। और ये रिकॉर्ड पाने के लिए मैंने बहुत सालों तक इंतज़ार किया है और बहुत मेहनत की है और एक ख्वाब पूरा हो गया, मैं बहुत खुश हूँ।
My name is Wazine Omoth. I'm 18 years old. And the type of dwarfism I have is sedan dysplasia, which is a rare type of dwarfism, which basically my height is 2'5" at the moment. Dwarfism is a genetic condition. There actually are about 400 types of dwarfism. So I have the rarest type. The most common type is actually achondroplasia, which is that usually people with achondroplasia would be 3 feet, 4 feet tall. They actually sent me to hospice for 6 months to see if I actually was gonna die, but I actually didn't. So after that, they just gave my mom me and be like, yeah, your daughter's fine, I guess. So my mom's pretty much my best friend, you know, because she helps me with everything. So if it wasn't for her, I don't know what my life would be. And especially that too, like doctor said I wouldn't live past 24 hours. And she accepted it and kept on going. She's a great mom, you know, she never gave up. You know, my mom doesn't even work actually because of my dwarfism. So she's with me 24/7, which is really grateful. So I'm able to like to sit on the floor, you know, move around. I can't walk now because my legs are like both legs. That's a common factor with my type of dwarfism. I will be going to college. I'm going to be studying pharmacy and probably do a minor in graphic design. What inspired me to do that is because there isn't actually a lot of little people, I feel like, who's actually a pharmacist. I've never seen like a little person who's a pharmacist. I've seen little people who are doctors and lawyers and stuff like that, but I want to see if I could be the first little person to become a pharmacist. So I'm really excited to try to break this record. Hopefully I become the world's shortest female living non-mobile. I think I would be the first patient, if I'm not mistaken, for that record.
Congratulations! You're a new Guinness World Records title.
Height is just a number, to be honest. Like, just because I'm a little person doesn't mean I'm different than anyone else, because I'm still human at the end of the day.
Congratulations.
Thank you
Great
so
job.
much.
Okay. You're officially amazing. Great job.
Thank you so much.
My name is Oliver Richters, also known as the Dutch Giant. I'm 2'18" and I hold the Guinness World Records title of being the tallest non-competitive bodybuilder of the world. I don't have any genetic defects like Marfan syndrome or anything. The doctor said, well, you're in proportion, the length or the width is the same. So they call me a natural giant, and I'm very thankful for that because I can live a normal, healthy life, but as a giant. Okay, so to keep my physique, I need to eat 7,000 calories a day. So I split it up in 7 meals, 1,000 calories per meal, 60 grams of protein per meal. And I have to do that in an easy way, else it takes too much time. As is height versus bodybuilding, height is a terrible disadvantage. But imagine if you have a body that's this tall and you can create a bodybuilding look, how awesome that can look into movies, and that's what I'm trying to do. It took me 2 years to find an agent. In 1 month's time, 3 castings for Magnificent 2, Men in Black and The Kingsman, and they wanted me. But after that I already went to Marvel Black Widow. I did 6 movies in a row and a whole new career existed. When I got the email from you guys if I want to hold the title, I screenshotted it and sent it to everyone. It wasn't on my bucket list, but I would never expect it to be, and I'm very happy with it. An incredible opportunity.
I'm Maria Wattel. I'm from the Netherlands. I am the world's tallest professional female bodybuilder. I used to play on the playgrounds like soccer with the boys. I wanted to do something that was extraordinary because that's like the kind of person that I am. I do mostly extraordinary stuff. And then I thought, if I do fitness or weight training next to it, I can be really like invincible. So that's what I started doing. In the beginning, when I was doing competitions, I would sometimes be set aside, and because they would say to me, we don't know, you're too tall, we don't know how to place you within the girls. So I've had competitions where I was literally not judged or judged by the fact that something genetically I cannot help, being tall. Bodybuilding is my daily job because I need it to be able to do my work. I work as a model and anything they will ask me to do. I need to be in shape because otherwise I don't get the jobs. To be recognized by Guinness World Records was a big surprise, but it's a very good surprise because being tall and female, I have to say that, and having this profession as a bodybuilder is immensely hard and tough. That's like it's a little crown on my work. I'm there.
My name is Rumi Sagagi, and I am Guinness World Records title holder for the tallest living woman and the previous holder of the tallest living female teenager. My height is caused by my extremely rare syndrome, which is called Weaver syndrome. Weaver syndrome is a random genetic mutation. It is so rare, and I am the first case diagnosed in Turkey. I am the only person in my family who is that tall.
Teyzem olgun, derslerini çalışan düzgün bir insandır ama benimle oyun oynadığı zamanlar çocuk ruhlu birine dönüşebiliyor.
My family and people around me are very supportive, and they are so excited and so happy, and of course so proud of me for having this new title. Some of the most difficult things about being so tall are especially the health problems that my syndrome and my height have brought me. So I was born with some serious physical diseases, such as scoliosis, and also I'm a physically disabled person who is mostly wheelchair bound, and I can walk only with my walker. Besides these, sometimes I can find myself in weird situations related to my height and condition. Plus, when I was really young, I had to deal with bullying as well. Some of the advantages of being so tall are, first of all, of course, being a Guinness World Record holder. I received my first record title in 2014, and since then I'm using my title for advocacy reasons, and that's what I'm really grateful for. Also, being the only woman with that kind of height makes me feel really special. I usually receive kind and supportive comments from people when I meet them for the first time, and some of them are nice enough to ask for taking pictures together. However, sometimes I can receive weird stares and questions from people as well, but I believe that is pretty normal because my height and condition makes people intrigued. I never met Sultan Kasan, but if I had the opportunity, of course I would like to. My and Mr. Kasan's diagnosis are totally different. My height is caused by my rare genetic syndrome, which is Weaver syndrome, And as far as I know, Mr. Cousin's height is caused by a brain tumor which was pressuring to his hypothalamus.
Dear Mesa, in 2014, I had the privilege to honor you with the Guinness World Records title for the tallest living teenager. At that time, you measured 213.6 centimeters. Today, you achieved another milestone as the tallest living woman with a height of 215.16 centimeters. I am very delighted to present your official Guinness World Records certificate. You are officially amazing.
Having a Guinness World Records title makes me feel proud, unique, and motivates me to reach my goals and go further in life. Being different is not that bad. It can make you achieve the things you have never imagined before. I personally believe that someone can turn their disadvantage into an advantage for themselves. Accept yourself as who you are and be aware of your potential and do your best.
What question am I sick of hearing? It would absolutely have to be, why do you have the beard? It's just sometimes I want to be sarcastic and be like, well, why did your dad have a beard? And the part of me is like, okay, this is the time for you to educate because so many people do struggle with the medical condition that I have. And women having, facial hair is not unknown, even though it's shocking. I understand that. I understand it's a shock when people first see me, but there's a lot more to people than just their physical appearance. So many women have facial hair and they are so disregarded because it is not the norm to have, that we get mocked for something that is so natural to our body. And I always use this analogy that just as this earth grows flowers, like our body grows hair, and it's so funny that it's okay when it's on a guy, but as soon as it's on a woman, it's mocked. Also, it's a personal choice. Why do I need to keep explaining my body, Women's bodies are so policed. Why do I need to keep explaining the choices that I've personally made when they don't impact you? They impact your eyes because you're shocked, but they don't impact you in a personal way. So ideally, you don't need to know, but you're just inquisitive. I wish people asked me more questions regarding my work, what I do, what my intentions are, why are you a motivational speaker, and about things like, how do I add value, you found your purpose, how can I find my purpose? Physical appearance is gonna wither away, I can get rid of my beard tomorrow. I might lose my Guinness World Record though, but my beard will go, but my message will still stay. 2019, my manager and I, we went to New York. It was the 50th year of World Pride, happened in New York, spoke in front of thousands and thousands of people. I mean, that was my biggest ever audience. Walking on that stage and having people cheer at you, where all these people before, 10 years ago, were jeering at me. Now people are cheering for me. To look like this and to have thousands of people cheering, and that was huge for me because I was like, I can spread my message here now. I'm so content with the work that I've done now that yeah, there is so much more that I want to do, but I'm just so happy right now because imagine opening a magazine, not seeing yourself in there, and 10 years later you're on the front cover of that magazine. Come on. Guinness World Records, it's such a powerful platform, and I feel like, you just open the book itself and you see all these different people with all these different achievements, all these different looks. How can you not accept the world to be diverse? Just look at it. And if you've still got a problem, that ain't the world that's a problem, that's you and your mentality that's a problem.
fit.